Hard to imagine nearly 3,000 people were killed in a 9/11 terror attacks 24 years ago. Thousands more were injured.
Pix 11's Rama spoke with one of the first responders on that fateful day.
Good morning. That's right. Ed O'Connor was a first responder during 9/11, and he joins me now to share his story. 24 years later, it never really gets easier, does it?
No, it doesn't get any easier, and especially on 9/11, on the anniversary.
Tell me about the response. You were a member of the FDNY, and what was that day like?
Yes, I was off duty. I live on Staten Island, and I could see the World Trade Center. I came in by ferry and tried to help and do whatever I could do. I knew that it would be overwhelming, and I knew that thousands of people would perish that day.
When you saw what happened, even from the ferry, did you understand the magnitude?
I could see the magnitude, but it was hard to comprehend. Surreal, if that's the correct word. Very difficult, disbelief, but just do whatever we could do. That's what we did.
And you were stationed here in Lower Manhattan for 6 days?
I came that morning, and I did not return home for 6 days. I lost 2 firefighter nephews here, Lieutenant Peter Foy in the 55 engine, and firefighter Timothy Patrick McSweeney of Ladder 3. I told my family that I would stay until I could get an update on their unit or I could find any information about them. 6 days went by, I had no information, but it was time to go back home. I would return many more times during the cleanup and recovery in the following 9 months.
When did you learn that they were in danger? They were both responding to another tower, correct?
I didn't know when I originally came in. At some point during the day, there was no cell phone service, there was no water, the hydrants, there was no electricity. But at some point during the day, I reached out to my wife, who had been working downtown here, but made her way home, and she informed me about my 2 nephews being missing. And that's when I said to the family that I would be here for as long as I could to get some information.
I'm so sorry about that loss, especially for your family when you come from a line of FDNY members. Now, you're with the Memorial and Museum, correct? Tell us what you do.
Yes, I'm a volunteer here on Mondays. I am a docent. The museum gives me the opportunity to tell my story and also to inspire and to educate.
Now we have the next generation, family members reading the names, people who weren't alive to understand the pain and the suffering that we went through. What do you want the memorial to show them, or what lesson can be learned from this?
To never forget. That's what we have to do. We have to educate them. It's not just a memory now, it's a history, and we want to keep it alive. It's not just a phrase, never forget. It's to inspire people to always remember.
The stories are so important to go from memory to history. Ed, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for the time. I appreciate the time.
Thank you. Thank you. We're outside the memorial. I'll send it back to you.